my last video I did, I said, what if they've programmed us to when we see spiritual entities, grays, right, or extraterrestrials, that we want to kill them and we're afraid of them, right? Like they're demons or something. So for years, they've been telling us, so what if actually Jesus, when you see Jesus, what if he looks like a spiritual entity, a gray? What if they've lied to us so much? I believe they've lied about everything. There is nothing, and everything has like clues in it. And it's amazing. So watch my other videos. I kind of show you how, what if, I mean, we have to ask these questions. What if the alien that they show us is actually a spiritual entity? And remember, in the churches, they tell you Jesus is dead. Well, what if Jesus, like I believe, is a spiritual entity? What if what I believe, this is what I personally believe, you believe what you want to believe. I don't believe there's no planet. I don't believe there's life on planets. I believe the earth is the living center of the universe. And that there's no way that they're getting through the magnetosphere. The only way you're going to get through that magnetosphere is through the rebirth, becoming a spiritual entity. That's it. They cannot get their spaceships. They can't get their directed energy weapons. They can't get that through the magnetosphere. And that is a female Mary Magdalene. Okay, the serpent that eats its own tail. Matter of fact, God even called Moses his serpent. Okay. Why would he call Moses a serpent? Why would the devil be called a serpent? You know, Eve bites the apple. The female mentality bites the apple. And maybe that's not a bad thing, right? Because maybe the female, in order to get to the moon or to the sun, right, that you have to get through the magnetosphere, Mary Magdalene, right, this magnetism. And the only way you're going to do that is through a spiritual awakening, going to heaven. Remember, heaven, he, the Trinity, and then Venus. It's always male, female. Always, always, always. Isis, Ra, and El. I can go on and on forever about this. Okay. So let's take a look at something that I think is just fascinating. Okay. You're always doing research. Remember I told you sports is always associated with satanic rituals. You know, it's always, 10 pins, golf. I mean, every sport, football, you're making 7 points and 8 is the number of God if you run the ball. You 4 downs, 4 quarters, which is 44. 4 and 4 is 8. 7 points, the symbol of God. Offense, the letter O, and defense, the letter D. So goal, offense, defense. You're playing God. And then the crazy thing is you're rooting for the masculine and the feminine. The offense and the defense, right? The letter O is the female, and the letter D is the dark side, right? I mean, so it's all spiritual warfare. And then foot is the symbol of, the lower chakra, and you're trying to get to the kingdom of the Most High. You're trying to get to that, you're playing on the letter H, just like tennis, you're playing Horus and Set. Love and Set. Horus is love and Set is Satan. Okay, so it's amazing. Okay, so we know we've been lied to. So we got to investigate. We got to look at all of our options. So take a look at this. You're an MVP player. You have mass, volume, and density. Now, you're not going to believe what it adds up to. Watch this. Remember, all roads lead to Rome. Watch this. M, the number 13. V, the symbol of Venus, the female, right? All right. And then the P, which is the number 7, right? 16. Watch what it adds up to. 51, or 15 backwards. Jesus is 15, the symbol of the O, the female. How many times have you seen a cross with the letter O on it? On the churches. How many times? Okay, and then Rome in gematria is 51. Remember, you file a 5013C, 51. And the 3 is the Christ, the Trinity, and the C is the Trinity, the masculine, feminine. So what you're doing when you file a 5013C, let me go to my drawing program. Watch this. So 51, Rome, 3, C, Jesus died at 33. There it is right there. 33rd level Freemason. So you're signing up to become a 33rd level Freemason. Rome is going to tell you what to say and what to do. And of course, that's Jesus backwards. The letter O on the cross. And that will cover the north, the east, the west, and the south, which is the news. And that's Zion, right? And there's the hourglass right there. Hours of time. You see the hourglass? When you draw the cross. And of course, they put X's in the sky when they do chemtrails and stuff like that. So we got an MVP player, mass, volume, density. Now take a look at this. Look at how they measure the sun, right? It is 1.9 times 10 in the 30 power. So there's the Trinity. There's the number 9. Here's Saturn, which is 10 in 26. So the network, and 26 is God. So Saturn would be associated with God. I'm telling you, Satan rules this earth. Saturnian mentality. Satan, Saturn. I'm telling you, the Lord of the Rings is the ruler of this world. He's the God of the flesh. And Jesus graduated from the flesh, and he faced the devil for 40 days, and he went and he became spiritual. I'm just telling you. Neptune, 10. Let's take a look at this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 and 9. And then look, it's a masculine planet. Uranus, masculine. Look at this. Earth, number 24, the letter X, feminine. Venus, look at this. 24, the letter X. Moon, number 22, the letter V. I'm just telling you. So everything's masculine except Moon, Earth, Venus. And they all have, but look at this. The Son is the Trinity. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. The Son of God becomes the masculine, feminine. Okay? I'm just telling you, the Mass, remember when you go to Catholic Church, you have Mass. You're saying Mass. If you don't believe me, watch. CATHOLI is Catholic Mass. I mean, am I making this stuff up? Okay. Well, my computer is really slow, but here it is. Mass. Eulogy, right? There it is, right there. The Mass, the Catholic Mass, Catholic Mass, and in law. So now we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all planets. And now we have Mass. Look at this. And then we have the letter P, the Pope, Pontius Pilate. And then we have the V, the volume. You remember what I told you volume means? Volume is 88 in Gematria, which is Mormon, Elizabeth, Trump, Walmart, volume. Walmart is volume. They do volume business. I'm just telling you, it's unbelievable. And when you really awaken, you start to see these codes. So this is a frequency. Frequency, it depends on the alignment of the planet. All colors, symbols. There's red. There's gray, right? Look, Uranus is blue. Neptune, blue-green. Saturn, what is this, orange or black and orange. Same color as when you go to jail. Jupiter is like a reddish, and of course the Sun. So these are frequencies. These are your ego archetypes. This is your emotions. And in order to be an MVP player, you have to conquer, you have to understand all the symbols and the numbers that go along. You cannot tell me that they have the female 22, the network, Alpha, the Omega 22, Alpha, Omega 23. Well, Mercury is the messenger, and that's the dark side. That's the West. The letter W, 23, the left hand of Jesus. I'm just telling you. So Mercury is the messenger. The messenger is always Saturnian. Look at this. And then they're saying 10 to the 26. And look, 56 in Gematria is 11. And they're saying in Jesus in Gematria is 11. So